You spend 40 hours a week working, you try and get 8 hours of sleep a night, you cook for yourself several times a week, try to get some physical activity in, don't even forget about socializing. That's a lot. Sometimes it feels like there's not even enough time to do the things you truly enjoy. But as someone with a ton of hobbies, I want to give you some tips on how you can make some more time for your hobbies. If you're new here, I'm Adriana and I have way too many hobbies. And I also work a full-time job. I really just want to share my hobbies with the world and inspire others to enjoy more hobbies. So let's get into a few ways you can spend more time with your hobbies. After a long day of work, it's so tempting to just come home, put on comfy clothes, sit on the couch, and scroll on my phone. One of the easiest ways to gain more time for your hobbies is to just put your phone away. Maybe even turn it off once you're free. I keep a basket in my living room to just toss my phone into, and sometimes I'll even just leave my phone in another room for the time being. Getting away from your phone helps you focus in on the thing you're doing and not get distracted by social media, by texts, or by anything else. My second tip is, as much as you can, and this can be difficult, but separate your home life and your work life as much as possible. And this especially goes out to people who work from home, like me. It just is so important to be able to separate your work stuff and your home stuff as much as you can. And it's not always possible, it's not always perfect, but that's okay. That's okay. When your work stuff is mixed up with your home stuff, it feels so difficult to take yourself out of the work mindset and just kind of like relax and unwind from work. So of course, if you can, I recommend having a separate space for your work things, whether that just be a table, a corner, a spot on your desk. Maybe you have a whole room to dedicate yourself to. I have a spot on my desk, it's right here, that I dedicate for my work stuff, my work laptop and my work keyboard and mouse. And I just try and separate it from the rest of the fun things on my desk. So I have my more fun stuff right here, my gaming PC. It just makes it a little bit easier to disconnect from work when your work stuff is separated from your home stuff. I highly recommend scheduling time for your hobbies and doing them with other people. And this can be done in a few different ways. Taking classes is a great way to dedicate time to your hobby and meet other people who enjoy doing them as well. Classes can be a great tool to learn, to practice, to just socialize. I highly recommend looking into classes at your local community center. I took a pottery class last summer through my community center and had so much fun, and it was fairly inexpensive as well. I also take a tennis class, and sports are such a fun way to get in some physical activity and also socialize with other people. I've had a blast and I've met so many other people just dedicated to learning the sport, which is so awesome. You can also attend hobby-related events. I highly recommend downloading the Meetup app and seeing what's in your area. I feel like it wasn't until I moved to Portland that there was stuff to do on Meetup. I had never used the app until I moved to a city. Go on the Meetup app, find a book club, find a run club, find whatever it is you're into, whatever club you want, and go attend an event. There are so many different groups and Meetup events for people who love the same things as you do. This is a great way to make friends and go to events for either free or for a small fee. You can also always try Bumble BFF. I found my current book club on Bumble BFF, and just joining that one book club and making that one connection on Bumble BFF really opened my doors to tens of friends, which is just so crazy. And lastly, of course, just meet people who are into the same hobby as you. Spend time with people who are into the same hobbies as you. Set up time with a friend to go to a coffee shop and read. Go for a walk with your bestie. Just having people in your life in general who also enjoy and want to partake in the same things as you is just a great way for you to be able to dedicate some more time to your hobbies. And lastly, which is something you can take away right away and do right now, is to make a hobby menu. This is something I saw on TikTok a while ago, and I just think it resonates so well. Either physically in your notes app or just keep it in your head. write down a couple of things that you love going to in your downtime or when you're bored. Whether it be walking, reading, playing games, knitting, etc., etc. Just write it down. Write it all down. And whenever you're feeling lost or unsure what you want to do, reference that list. Gain some inspiration. You might find some motivation in seeing a hobby you haven't spent time with in a while, and just go do that. Go seek it out. Go to your coloring book, go to your bookshelf. Having a general idea of what your go-to hobbies are will really help when you're in a period of downtime or boredom. Balancing hobbies and just everything else in life can be really difficult, and sometimes it just feels like you don't have time to do it all, but I hope these tips help you just a little bit in making some more time for your hobbies. Thank you all so much for watching, and enjoy your best hobby-filled lives. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!